Satellite, astronomy, satellite, natural object, moon, or spacecraft, artificial satellite, orbiting a larger astronomical body. Most known natural satellites orbit planets. The Earth's moon is the most obvious example. All the planets in the solar system except Mercury and Venus have natural satellites. More than 160 such objects have so far been discovered, with Jupiter and Saturn together contributing about 2/3 of the total. The planet's natural satellites vary greatly in size. Some of them measure less than 10 kilometers, 6 miles, in diameter, as in the case of some of Jupiter's moons. A few are larger than Mercury, for example, Saturn's Titan and Jupiter's Ganymede, each of which is more than 5,000 km, about 3,100 miles, in diameter. The satellites also differ significantly in composition. The Moon, for example, consists almost entirely of rocky material. On the other hand, the composition of Saturn's Enceladus is 50% or more ice. Some asteroids are known to have their own tiny moons. Artificial satellites can be either unmanned, robotic, or manned. The first artificial satellite to be placed in orbit was the unmanned Sputnik 1, launched October 4, 1957, by the Soviet Union. Since then, thousands have been sent into Earth orbit. Various robotic artificial satellites have also been launched into orbit around Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, as well as around the Moon and the asteroid Eros. Spacecraft of this type are used for scientific research and for other purposes, such as communication, weather forecasting, navigation and global positioning, Earth resources management, and military intelligence. Examples of manned satellites include space stations, space shuttle orbiters circling Earth, and Apollo spacecraft in orbit around the Moon or Earth. For a comprehensive discussion of robotic and manned orbiting spacecraft, see Space Exploration. Moon, Earth's sole natural satellite and nearest large celestial body. Known since prehistoric times, it is the brightest object in the sky after the Sun. It is designated by the symbol. Its name in English, like that of Earth, is of Germanic and Old English derivation. The Moon's desolate beauty has been a source of fascination and curiosity throughout history and has inspired a rich cultural and symbolic tradition. In past civilizations, the Moon was regarded as a deity, its dominion dramatically manifested in its rhythmic control over the tides and the cycle of female fertility. Ancient lore and legend tell of the power of the Moon to instill spells with magic, to transform humans into beasts, and to send people's behavior swaying perilously between sanity and lunacy, from the Latin luna, moon. Poets and composers were invoking the Moon's romantic charms and its darker side, and writers of fiction were conducting their readers on speculative lunar journeys long before Apollo astronauts, in orbit above the Moon, sent back photographs of the reality that human eyes were witnessing for the first time. Centuries of observation and scientific investigation have been centered on the nature and origin of the Moon. Early studies of the Moon's motion and position allowed the prediction of tides and led to the development of calendars. The Moon was the first new world on which humans set foot. The information brought back from those expeditions, together with that collected by automated spacecraft and remote sensing observations, has led to a knowledge of the Moon that surpasses that of any other cosmic body except Earth itself. Although many questions remain about its composition, structure, and history, it has become clear that the Moon holds keys to understanding the origin of Earth and the solar system. Moreover, given its nearness to Earth, its rich potential as a source of materials and energy, and its qualifications as a laboratory for planetary science,